This story surrounding the author of the book the movie The Housemaid is based off of is one of the most wild stories you'll ever hear. Also, it's low-key one of the biggest flexes anyone's ever had. So of course last year, as most people know, we had The Housemaid release in theaters, which is based off of the book with the same name. The movie was really successful at the box office and successful with critics and audiences alike, so much so that it's actually getting a sequel. Of course, the book The Housemaid was written by acclaimed writer Freida McFaddens, who over her time as a writer over the past couple decades has written over 50 books. Well, after now 23 years, we now know that Freida McFaddens is not actually her name. This is where the story gets kind of crazy. She recently went on a podcast revealing her true identity, saying that she would wear wigs on like red carpets or public events, and saying that her name Freida McFaddens was essentially a pseudonym and a way to hide her actual identity and what she actually does as a profession. She said in the interview that I'm at a point in my career when I'm tired of this being a secret. I'm tired of people debating if I'm a real person or if I'm three men. Then she goes on to say, I am a real person. I have a real identity. I don't have anything to hide. This was essentially in response that she wouldn't do a lot of public events because she didn't want her true identity to get out there, causing people to theorize who this person actually is. Which caused her to go on and say some of them are just so out there. Some of it is great. I think every author gets the AIs writing her books, even though most of them were written before AI. Then going to say one theory that was very funny is people saying that she's actually three men and she thinks that's hilarious. This is where one of the biggest flexes of all time comes in. It turns out her name is actually Sarah Cohen and she's a doctor. She's 45 years old and actually treats brain disorders. So think about the fact that she's balanced that while also becoming a best-selling author. Flex! Then she wanted to say writing was never meant to replace her career in medicine, saying some people go into writing hoping to quit their day job, but I didn't do it for that reason. I was just having fun. Then she goes on to say, I love seeing patients and helping people. Imagine writing over 50 books, being a best-selling author multiple times, and being a doctor that specializes in brain disorders. Holy flex, lady.